There's no way that's true.
The world building. You said you like the world building.
I love the world building. The way they incorporated so many real world cultures and places into Avatar, and then just built it up gradually. Like we saw that there's a whole world to this thing. Like there's an actual entire universe to this thing with its own history, with an interesting present, and a really uncertain future. Like we don't know if Aang is going to be able to master all 4 elements in time to fight the Fire Lord by the time the comet arrives. Like we were on tension for that the whole time.
So much suspense.
There was so much suspense over that the whole time. Like, is he actually going to do it? Then you consider the history of the world. I think the best representation of the world building was in the bending arts. You can see that the bending arts were clearly based on real world martial arts and different styles too, like throughout. With fire bending clearly being based on strong arm martial art styles, things like karate and kung fu, while air bending is based on taekwondo and wing chun, things that don't require you to directly hurt your opponent but just evade and use their own size and mass against them. Water bending as well had its own distinct style. Like you could see it like in the way the benders would be moving. Water benders' movements are fluid and constant. They shift a lot. Defense can quickly become offense and vice versa. The philosophies of the different nations were clearly reflected in their bending arts.
Damn,
You could see that like the air nomads were based on freedom, on pacifism, veganism, basically living in complete harmony with nature and the universe and all that other stuff you can find in maybe Buddhism and Taoism. And you could see that reflected in their bending. All their moves were about evading. Aang himself stated that he usually solved all of his problems by either being quick or clever. Air bending had no finishing moves, like nothing that could harm an opponent and like strike them down completely. Like Ayo said that air is the element of freedom, and you could see that in the way Aang would move, fly, the way he was so agile, and the way he really tried his best never to hurt anyone, despite how insanely powerful his air bending was.
The whole thing of creating tornadoes and then anyway, running real fast. And then like that's actually one of the funniest scenes of that time where he was looking for a cure for Sokka and and he was like, and then they were like, it says that he can run really fast and then he can create tornadoes. Like, that's just a bunch of Fire Lord propaganda. There's no way that's true. A few minutes later, guys.
Amazing. That's just a bunch of Fire Lord propaganda. There's no way that's true.
It's true. Then fire being the element of power, of will. You could see that again in the different forms and styles of fire bending. Fire bending had no defensive moves whatsoever. It was all aggression, all offense, all attacking. Like its main thing was the finishing move.
True.
Because it is the element of power.
And pretty notable that now air and fire are the 2 elements that you would actually get out of your body. It's not like you're going to get water. Okay, man, guys found ways, blood bending. But there was a correlation between air and fire. Yet they were similar, yet so different.
So different. Like air bending is all about preserving life, but fire bending is all about taking it.
Oh no.
Earth, the element of substance. Earthbenders were really strong, really rigid. And they could only do like their most powerful bending when in contact with the ground. Toph was like the best representation of that, like being blind and with her feet being her main way of interacting with the world. You'd see how she was always reluctant to do anything that involved getting off the ground.
Like when they're in the airship.
Flying or on the airship.
Oh no.
Water being the element of change. The way their offense could quickly become defense and vice versa, and the way their movements were so fluid, constantly changing. I kind of contrasted like regular water bending with blood bending. Blood bending required you to manipulate people like a puppet master. You could see that again in the way Hama and Katara shifted their movements when they were blood bending. Like instead of it being smooth and flowing like water. It was now just sharp and rigid, like they were controlling puppets with string.
Man, like you said, the puppet master
it was such a shift.
Yeah, the puppet.
Like you were not like, is this even water bending anymore?
Yeah.
It was such a shift, like in the movements, in the philosophy behind it. Yeah. So I really loved the world building, and I like the fact that it went that deep into the very fight scenes we're seeing the world and its different peoples and cultures reflected in the fighting styles.
Yeah.